Hey there riders, Moto Journo Kris here, back to talk about some mirrors I fitted to the Svartpilen 401. Now I've got to be honest, totally forgotten the name of these mirrors. I will put it up on the screen somewhere here. And essentially what happened is I went into one of the motorcycle accessories shops here in Sydney, and I was looking for actually some replacement mirrors like this and some bar ends to test out the two different types of mirrors. Now, the bar end mirrors didn't work because this actually has an insert in the ends of the bars which takes an M6, and so kind of an expanding bar end is not going to work. However, luckily these mirrors did work, and these were really quite cheap. I think they're about 50 bucks for the two sets of mirrors. They're a slightly more aggressively styled mirror. They're kind of that quite dense plastic, as you may have seen on, quite a lot of the cheaper design stuff these days. And they've got a more aggressive style of mirror on them. There, they don't have obviously a round mirror, which is what I wanted to get rid of because I wanted a bit more vision behind me. As far as the mounting points, they have a nice kind of easy to tighten mounting system here, where they've got actually a bolt here which has two ends, one for the mirror which is a smaller diameter and one into the mirror mounts, which is like an elegant solution. I will say, because obviously one of them turns in the opposite direction, that one was fiddly to get tightened down, but once I did, no issues whatsoever. The other one was as easy as can be. And you've also got these tightening points here on the arms, which, as you can see, like this one's quite tight and this one's a little bit less tight, but easy to adjust. And then you've got a ball joint up at the mirror for good adjustability there. Now, as far as the overall design quality of these mirrors, I'm pretty impressed. You can see all the seams in the plastic and everything like that, but for 50 bucks, I figured I didn't want to order some real cheap rubbish off eBay. These are much higher quality than some of the cheap rubbish I ordered in the past, say on the DRZ 400. I find kind of the mirrors in them, good mirrors, adjustability nice and firm, so they're not kind of falling apart the minute you get some vibrations. And being a single cylinder, the Svartpilen is a very vibey machine, realistically speaking. Now that does mean at higher speeds, those vibes travel through to the mirrors and it's harder to see what's in them. So you don't have like amazingly really crisp vision through those mirrors. There's a lot of vibrations that do affect the quality of the vision. However, for seeing cars behind you and stuff like that, they do the job, no problems whatsoever. Obviously with no rubber mounting or anything like that, as far as removing the vibes, that's always going to be an issue. So something kind of worth considering if you want really clear vision. Apart from that, like I said, they're cheap, they do the job, work really well. The one issue I had with the installation of these, which I found to be quite interesting, to be honest, was the simple fact that the mirrors that come on the bike, they must be kind of slanted a little bit forward, because on these I actually had to adjust the perches as far as the angle. So I did actually have to push both the clutch and the brake lever down in order to move the mirrors so that they were kind of more that way. Otherwise, I just wasn't getting any field of vision. Now, on the throttle side, there's actually a little kind of adjustment area within the throttle, and I've moved that right into the middle of that adjustment area. So I think that's good to see that it's probably within kind of the intended range of movement as far as the angle of those levers. However, personally, I'd kind of like them a little bit flatter and a little bit taller, but to get the mirrors to work, that's what I needed to do, because there's only so much adjustability up here in that ball joint. Now, I think I have seen some adjustable little things for here, which move the mirrors a little bit further back, which might do the job, but that's not the most elegant solution, realistically speaking. Anyway, for 50, it might have been 60 bucks for two mirrors. I was really happy with these. Again, build quality is quite good. They look the business. They kind of suit the style of the bike. The vision is, very vibration prone, but that's not really an issue for me. I can still use them very easily. And I think for 60 bucks, these are probably a great option for anyone looking for an inexpensive mirror that they can buy in a shop here in Australia. And obviously if you have any issues with the quality of the mirror, you've got an Australian retailer to go back to. Unlike if you're buying something off Ali or eBay, where obviously it's normally easy to get things returned, but if we're talking about months of shipping times and stuff like that, which seems to be the norm these days, it's a huge hassle. So like I said, I'll put the name of these mirrors back up on the screen along with the price, where I bought them from. And again, I got the stock mirrors in the box for keeping things organized. Tarmac Raptor mirrors, so pretty cool. And yeah, if you're interested in something like this, a little bit more aggressive with a little bit more of a futuristic style, these may be good for you. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on the mirrors. Do you think they work with the bike? Would you go these or a bar-end mirror? I'm still looking for a set of bar-end mirrors that I'll be able to chuck on, because I'd like to do a comparison between the two different styles of mirrors and certainly see how the vibrations may vary. I imagine it's going to be pretty similar between the two, but we'll see how we go. Anyway, thanks for watching, stay safe out there, and I'll be back soon.